Hello everyone, welcome to my video on pointer to array of objects. In this video, we are going to learn how to create object using pointer and new operator, how to create array of objects using pointer and new operator, how to access member functions using pointer to array of objects, one sample program using pointer to array of objects, and exercise for you. Let us see how to create object using a pointer. An object can be created using a pointer and new operator. The new operator is used to allocate memory dynamically. So whatever the memory we want to allocate, so that size will be calculated, and according to the size, number of bytes will be allocated for that particular object, and the address of first location will be written by this new operator. So let us see how to create object using a pointer. So declaration and initialization, that is a syntax which is combined together. Class name star ptr is equal to new class name. So here the ptr, class name ptr, this particular part will create a pointer of the type class name. And here on the right side of your assignment operator, there is new class name. So the new, this is the operator in C++, and this new operator will create a particular memory space, reserve the memory space for particular object of the type class, and the address of first location will be assigned to the pointer. So like this, here the pointer is declared, the memory for class type object is allocated by new operator, and the address of first location of that object will be assigned to the pointer, and in this way this pointer will point to an object. So like this, here the three steps are involved, or three in this single declaration. Example of creating an object using pointer. So item star ptr is equal to new item. So here item is the class name, and again the new operator will allocate the memory for the object of the type item, and the address will be assigned to pointer, and like this it will point, the pointer will point to an object of the type item, and in this second example the pointer will point to the object of the type book. So here the new operator allocates the required memory space for an object. The address of first memory location is assigned to a pointer. So in this way, here there is a use of new operator which is used to allocate the memory for the object of the type class, and the address written by this new operator will be assigned to the pointer, and like this the pointer will point to the object created using the new operator. Now on the same line, an array of objects can be created using pointer. So an array of objects can be created using pointer and new operator. Again there is an involvement of new operator, and just we have seen the new operator is used to allocate memory dynamically. So only in the single object we have assigned or allocated the memory for single object. Here we are going to allocate the memory for entire array of objects. So here is the declaration and initialization of array of objects, and to that array of objects the pointer will point. So here first of all you have to specify the class name, then the star ptr, that is the pointer of the type class, then on the right side of your assignment operator will be class name, and in the square bracket size of array. So here class name size of array, so here it will create an array of object of the type class, and the new operator will allocate the memory, required memory for that particular array of objects, and the address of first memory element, or the address of first element of that array will be generated and will be written by this new operator, and that will be assigned to the pointer, and like this pointer will be pointing to an array of objects. initially this pointer is pointing to the element number 0, that is the first element of this particular array. So let us see how the same thing we were doing using the simple array of objects. The simple array of object is created like this: class name, object, and the square bracket size. The same task, the same operation is performed here on the right side using new operator and the pointer. Example, here I am creating the array of objects of the type item class, and there are total 10 objects, and this array of 10 objects will be created and the memory will be allocated using this new operator, and the address of first location will be assigned to the pointer of the type class item. So like this, the pointer will be pointing to the array of objects of the type item with 10 elements. Second example, the pointer is pointing to an array of book type of objects, and this type of array is having 50 elements, that is the 50 objects. So this is array of item is the array of 10 objects, and the book is the array of 50 objects. The same thing in the conventional array of objects is done like this: item it of 10, book bk of 50. So here it is the array of objects of 10 size and bk is the array of objects of 50 size, and the same thing is done here on the right side using pointer and new operator. So let us see how to access member function using pointer to array of objects. So using pointer, how to access or the call member function of a class in case of array of objects using pointer. So a member function of a class is accessed using pointer to object and arrow operator within loop. So in order to access the member function or in order to call a member function of a class, we will require to use a pointer to object and arrow operator, and one loop will be required. Let us see how it is implemented in C++. In the conventional method, that is normal array of objects, the syntax is like this, that is within a loop we have to set a loop for n-1 iterations if the size of array is n, and then the loop will be I is equal to 0, I less than size, and plus plus I, and within this loop I have to call the function using object of I dot operator. So object of I, which is indicating an individual object element of an array, and it is calling a member function with arguments. So like this, object of I dot function with arguments within a loop. So here the function will be repetitively called for n number of object elements within the array of object. The same thing can be done now using pointer like this. So here the example of conventional array of object is mentioned. For I is equal to 0, I less than 10, and plus plus I. My loop is set for 10 iterations, and it will vary the index from 0 to 9, and it of I dot get item. So get item function is called by it of I, that is object element, and it will be called for 10 times, and like this the 10 times get item function will be called for every object element of an array of objects. Now the same thing can be done using pointer like this. Again here the same loop will be required for I is equal to 0, I less than size. Size is indicating the size of array, that is the number of elements, total number of elements of array and objects, plus plus I. And here now see the syntax is same, that is that we used for a single object, ptr arrow function and arguments. So pointer, which is pointing to array of objects, then arrow operator and the function, member function. So we have to use this syntax. There is no change in calling a member function of single object and calling the member function of array of objects. It is same. Only the thing is that the same thing, that is this function call, you have to repeatedly call within a loop for n number of elements. And here there is one extra thing required, that is you have to increment the pointer also side by side. So as we are the pointer is pointing to only one element of an array of objects, so the function will be called for that object only. Then we have to move the pointer physically to the next element within the array, and that is done using this increment pointer operation plus ptr, so that the pointer will point to next element, that is the next object within the array of objects, and that next pointer, that is a pointer, will point to the next object, and that for that object the function will be called, and so on for n number of objects within an array. Let us see the example. So here on the right side, here there is an example, that is there are 10 elements in an array of objects, and I am going to call a get item function using a pointer and array of operator, an array operator. So ptr arrow get item and then plus ptr. So like this, these two statements will be called or executed 10 times for I is equal to 0 to 9. So first of all, the ptr will point to element number 0, and for object 0 it will call get function, get item function, then pointer will be incremented, it will point to element number 1. For object number 1 it will call the get item function, then pointer will move further for pointing to element number 2, and like this object 2 will call the get item function, like this, and so on. For every object element it will the pointer will be moved physically ahead and ahead in forward direction from 0 to 9 using plus ptr. Now let us see how to implement this in a particular C++ program. So here the main point to remember is that in conventional array of objects we are calling the member function using object of y dot operator, and in pointer to array of objects we have to use ptr arrow operator. So that is the difference between your conventional array of objects and the array of objects using pointer. Let us implement a C++ program using pointer to array of objects by solving this problem. The problem definition is like this. Define a class item having data members, item code, name and price. So there are three data members, item code, name and price. The class name is item, and you have to write a C++ program to accept and display information of 5 items using pointer to array of objects. So here 5 items are there, means you will require array of 5 objects, and we'll define a pointer and we'll make that pointer pointing to the array. Okay, let us write a C++ program using pointer to array of objects for solving this problem. First of all, include header files iostream.h, iomynap.h, or whatever the header files you require as per the functions you are using in your program. Class item, in private section 3 data members I am going to declare. First is item code of long data type, name, that is a character type array having 15 character size, that is a string, price, float type of variable for price of item. Let us declare the member functions is a public section. 2 member functions I will require. One is get item to accept the 3 data members value, and put item to display the values of 3 data members. End of the class. Now let us define get item and put item member functions outside the class using scope resolution operator. First of all, get item, which is the member of item class, and hence item scope resolution operator get item. This particular function does not accept any argument, so void is indicated, and it does not return any value, so return type is also void. So simple 3 input operations will be there, that is scene, extraction operator, item code, scene, then getters name, because the name is a string, so getters name, and using getters function I will accept the value of name of item and scene price. So like this simple 3 input operations will be performed to accept 3 values of 3 data members within get item member function. Now let us define the another member function, that is put item, and this put item is also the member of item class, and like this it is defined using item class scope resolution operator put item, As it does not accept any argument, the number of the values or the argument names are void, and return type is also void as it is not returning any value. Simple output operations, that is cout and insertion operator, will be used to display first of all item code, then display name, and then display price. Here at the end where I have used end l, that is end of line, instead of new line /n, instead of /n I am using here end l, and this end l indicating end of line, which is defined in the iomanip.h header file. So like this we have completed the definition of class item with 3 data members and 2 member functions. Let us go for main function. In main function I am going to create a pointer to array of objects, and as we have studied how to declare a pointer, how to create array of objects, and how to make the pointer pointing to array of objects in a single step. So here item is a class, ptr1 is a pointer name, item is again the class type, class name, and 5 is the number of objects. So item of 5 is indicating the array of 5 objects of the type item. The new operator will create the sufficient memory or allocate the sufficient memory for this array of objects, array of 5 objects, and the address will be assigned to the pointer 1. So like this ptr1 will point to the array of objects of the type item class. Now I will require one more pointer of the type item. So in this program I am going to perform 2 operations, that is one for accepting the data members using a for loop and get item member function, and second is to display the values of data members of 5 objects using a loop and the put item function. So for input operation, moving the pointer from first memory element, that is first array element to last element, I will move the pointer ptr1 from 0 to 4, and ptr2 I will use for display operation, that is the output operation. So for performing input operation I will require pointer 1 ptr1, and for performing output operation I will require ptr2. Now let us initialize ptr2 with the value of ptr1. So like this ptr1, which is currently pointing to first element of array of objects, the same address is assigned to ptr2 also, and like this now both pointers are pointing to array of objects, that is the first element of array of objects. Now let us declare one index variable I for setting the loop. I will display the message, enter data of 5 items, set the loop for 5 iterations, I is equal to 0, I less than 5, and plus plus I. So it will vary the I from 0 to 4. First of all I will display the item number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and for that I will make the use of index variable and plus 1, I plus 1. So initially it will display 0 plus 1, that is 1, then it will display 1 plus 1, that is 2, next iteration 2 plus 1 3, next iteration 3 plus 1 4, and last iteration 4 plus 1 5. That is 1 2 3 4 5. So for 5 items I am going to display these numbers, item numbers. So now call the get item function using pointer 1 and arrow operator. So this is the function call, that is ptr arrow get item. So here ptr1 is calling the get item member function using arrow operator, and it is currently pointing to element number 0, and the pointer will call the member function get item for object number 0, that is object 0 of an array. Then after that we will move the pointer ptr1 to the next element, that is element number 1. So using increment operator, that is plus plus ptr1, and like this subsequently ptr will go on incrementing and will point to the next element, and for that element get item function will be called, and like this total 5 times get item function will be called using pointer and arrow operator, and the 3 data members will be accepted and they will be stored in the respective object elements of an array of objects. So like this ptr1 is at the end of this loop, the ptr1, that is the pointer 1, will move from 0 to 4. So when this loop is terminated, ptr1 will point to the last element of array, that is element number 4. Let us perform output operation for displaying the 5 items. Information of 5 items will be displayed. Again, we will require to set a loop for 5 iterations. I is equal to 0, I less than 5 plus I. So I will vary from 0 to 4. Again, I will display the item number using I plus 1. That is, I will make the use of index variable, that is I, and initially I is 0, and like this 0 plus 1, it will display 1, and subsequently it will go on displaying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I will display the values of data items by calling the put item member function using pointer 2 and arrow operator. Now here I am not using pointer 1 because pointer 1 is pointing to last element at the end of this previous loop, and I have to start from again 0 element. So my second pointer is still there at the pointing at 0 element, so I will make the use of pointer 2 to call the function put item. So ptr2 arrow put item, and it will call the put item function for element number 0, and then pointer will move further within an array element by element, and for every object element it will call the put item member function, and the values from every object element will be displayed on the screen, that is the item code, then item name and the price. Return 0, end of the function, main function. So the program is over here. Now let us see what will be the output of this program. So enter data of 5 items. So here, see this 1 dot, see it is displayed due to that cout I plus 1, okay, and it will display first 1, then enter item code, let us 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then the name, price, then second item information, code, name, price, third code information, third item information, code, name and price, the third values will be entered, 4 and so on. 5 items you can enter here because there are 5 items, and the output will be displayed here on the right side. Item number 1, that is printer, item number 2, that is pen drive, item number 3, that is LED monitor, item number 4, keyboard, and so on, item number 5. So like this, this program will run for 5 items using array of objects and pointer 2 pointing to array of objects. Let us hope you have understood this concept of pointer pointing to array of objects, and how to create an array of objects using pointer and new operator, how to call the member functions, and how to write a complete program using pointer to array of objects. If you understood this, then you can solve this exercise or the assignment. The first assignment is like this: write a C++ program to declare a class account having data members, account number, name and balance. So you have to define a class account, and that there will be 3 data members, account number, name and balance. Then accept and display this information for 5 bank account objects using pointer to array of objects. Now the same concept here you have to implement for bank accounts. Instead of items, now you have to go for accounts. The same logic you have to use whatever I have explained in the sample program. Then second program you have to write, that is write a C++ program to declare a class birthday having data members day, month and year. Accept this information for 5 objects using pointer to array of objects. So here the name of the class is birthday. There are 3 data members. First is day, then month and year. So day, month, year, these 3 quantities will form a birth date, and you have to accept like these 5 birth dates and display it. So your input will be like this: enter birth date 1, and this 23/7/2003. 23 indicates the day, 7 indicates the month, 2003 indicates the year. So like this, accept 5 birth dates, and the same birth dates will be displayed like this as an output: birth date 1 23/7/2003. So just display this 23/7/2003 using the separator slash, and like this it will be displayed in the form of DDMMYYYY. So like this you can handle this program using pointer to array of objects. Let us hope you understood this concept of pointer to array of objects in this video. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you.